Hello everyone, welcome to our online class. Standard 7 Subject Science Lesson number 14 Elements, Compounds and Mixture Part 3. Let's recall what we had studied in our previous video. We had studied about metals, non-metals, metalloids, alloy, compound, mixture and separation of substances. So let's start with our new topic, that is method of distillation. Method of distillation. Take some salt water in a round bottom flask. Arrange the apparatus as shown in the figure. Start heating the liquid in the flask placed on the wire gauze. Observe the conical flask. Slowly droplets of water start flowing into it. Where did these drops come? The salt water in the round bottom flask boils on heating. The water in it vaporizes. When the vapor passes through the inclined tube, it gets cooled due to the surrounding cold water and condensed to form water. Thus, the drops falling into the conical flask are of the water from the salt solution in the round bottom flask. Salt remains behind at the bottom of the round bottom flask. When all the water has collected in the conical flask, this method is called distillation. Distillation is also used for purification of impure liquid. Method of separation using separating funnel. When a mixture of two immiscible liquid is left undisturbed, two layers are clearly seen to have formed. The heavier of the liquid remains below and the lighter liquids float on it. Two liquid in a mixture can be separated by making use of this property. Pour a mixture of kerosene and water into a separating funnel with its stopcock closed. Close the stopper. Fix the separating funnel firmly on a stand. Leave the mixture in the funnel undisturbed for a while. Water will remain below and kerosene will float on it. Now, without shaking the funnel, remove the stopper. Open the stopcock to collect the water at the bottom of the funnel in a beaker. Close the stopcock when all the water is collected into the beaker. Now, kerosene and water are separated. Method of centrifugation. Turbid water, ink, milk, buttermilk, blood are mixture of liquid and insoluble solids. When turbid water is kept undisturbed for a while, the solid particle in it slowly settle to the bottom. The particles of milk or ink do not settle even on being left undisturbed. This is because the particles of the solid in such mixture, being very tiny and light, remain evenly disturbed in the liquid. Particles cannot be separated from the liquid even by methods like filtration or settling. So, how will you separate such solid particles from the liquid? In the laboratory, a centrifuge machine is used to separate solids from a mixture of a liquid and solid. It consists of a disc which rotates like a fan at a great speed. There is a provision to attach test tube at the rim of this disc. When the tubes attached to the disc rotate at a high speed, a force is generated which pushes the particle away from the center. As a result, the solid particles in the mixture in the test tube collect at the bottom of the tubes and are thereby separated from the liquid. Method of chromatography. Two or more substances are dissolved in small proportion in the same solution. These substances are separated from each other by the means of chromatography. This method is used in pharmaceutical science, factories and scientific laboratories for detecting new ingredients and for identifying and separating components of a mixture. So, take some water in a beaker, take a rectangular piece of filter paper, put one spot of blue ink on it about 2 cm away from one edge. Keep this paper upright in the water in the beaker. Place a lid on the beaker. After some time, the spot of the ink is seen to have risen and collected at a particular height on the filter paper. If there are two or more constituents of different color in the ink, they will be seen to have risen to a different heights due to their different colors and thus appear distinct from each other. This experiment can be done using a chalk stick instead of the filter paper. In this method of separation called chromatography, two properties of substance are used. These are the solubility of the substance in the solvent that moves up and the ability of the substance to stick to the stationary filter paper. These properties are mutually opposite and are different from different substances. As a result, all the components of the mixture do not rise all the way to the upper end of the filter paper but remain behind at a different heights. So, we had completed our lesson number 14, elements, compounds and mixture. Thank you.